CassRSunstein, Going to Extremes, How Like Minds Unite and Divide. In Going to Extremes, How Like Minds Unite and Divide, CassRSunstein explores the concept of group polarization, wherein members of a group tend to adopt more extreme positions towards their mutual predispositions. Sunstein delves into various aspects of extremism, noting that people tend to disregard opposing viewpoints and become intolerant of differing opinions. By examining judicial rulings, juries, and political decisions, the author reveals how social comparison and conformity can fuel extremism. Get ready to dive into the world of group behaviors and their impact on society.
Group polarization. When groups engage in discussions about a topic, they tend to take a more extreme position in the direction they were inclined before the meeting. This phenomenon, known as group polarization, has been observed in hundreds of studies conducted worldwide. Group polarization enables the investigation of extremism, which can manifest in all cultures and nations. When a group polarizes from mainstream society, either psychologically or physically, they can become extreme. They can also become intolerant of opposing viewpoints, discounting non-member opinions. The phenomenon creates homogeneous groups that provide a starting point for investigating extremism. Group polarization, the driving force behind extremist groups. Group polarization is a phenomenon where people, when engaging in group discussions, tend to adopt more extreme and polarized views than they initially held. It has a significant impact on various areas of our lives, including the legal systems, politics, business, and even terrorist networks. Group polarization occurs when individuals conform to the attitudes of a like-minded group, leading them to adopt more extreme views. The major factors that drive group polarization are social influence, social comparison, and exposure to information. Studies have revealed that people who are unsure about their beliefs tend to adopt more moderate views, whereas like-minded supporters can push politicians and business leaders towards extreme views and give them a false sense of reality. Additionally, group polarization can lead to the formation of extremist groups or cults by separating members from the rest of society. While group polarization can encourage generosity, it can also lead to aggression and hostility towards those who share opposing views. It is vital to understand group polarization to prevent its negative impacts and promote tolerance and understanding between groups with different perspectives. The power of authority. Stanley Milgram's classic experiments showed that people can be directed to harm others by authority figures. Through administering electric shocks of varying intensity to unseen individuals, participants administered maximum shocks despite their potential lethality. Milgram's experiments demonstrated that people readily follow dangerous orders from trusted authorities. The concept of de-individualization was explored, where aggressive behaviors are dictated by the situation, making aggressors and victims appear less than human. In one experiment, 20 of 21 nurses followed a doctor's directive to exceed the maximum drug dosage. These experiments showed that individual personalities do not inhibit aggressive behaviors, but situations dictate them. Preventing group polarization. To prevent group polarization, leaders should seek opinions outside their circle of advisors just as Abraham Lincoln and Franklin D. Roosevelt did. Homophily, the tendency to associate with like-minded individuals, is a prevalent factor that contributes to groupthink. It's not only limited to small groups or particular social characteristics but also extends to larger groups that unify based on common intelligence, attitudes and aspirations. Janice's studies on groupthink highlight the importance of encouraging discussions and alternative viewpoints and avoiding absolute consensus to avoid extremist decisions with grave consequences. With the Internet, people have the opportunity to access different perspectives, but it's essential to avoid homophily and seek out diverse viewpoints. The dangers of groupthink. Our tendency to conform to group ideologies without questioning them can lead to disastrous consequences, as seen in historical events such as the Bay of Pigs invasion and the Watergate cover-up. Group members need to actively question assumptions and seek dissenting opinions. Informational and reputational cascades contribute to groupthink, leading to market bubbles and political conformity. The key to combating groupthink is to encourage diverse perspectives and open discussions to avoid opinion cascades. Investment clubs with the highest returns are those that welcome debates and diverse opinions. The power of social contagion. Economist Robert Shiller argues that social contagion plays a crucial role in shaping our beliefs and actions. In the same way that a virus spreads through a population, optimism and polarization can spread through groups of people. This can lead to increased value for assets like stocks and real estate, but it can also result in conspiracy theories and ethnic conflict. These events are often fueled by limited information and a lack of critical thinking. Contrary to popular belief, terrorists are not always uneducated or impoverished. Many come from middle-class families and have higher education, but they live in authoritarian countries that limit their civil rights and opportunities for social protest. These factors can make them more prone to political violence and extremism. Experts point out that democratic societies with freedom of expression and information are usually not fertile ground for breeding terrorists. However, political violence is commonly fueled by shared hatred and a perceived oppressor who has wronged a particular group. Preventing extremism. Traditionalism, consequentialism, and checks and balances are techniques used in societies to prevent the spread of extremism. Traditionalism relies on established traditions to contrast against radical views of the future. Consequentialism examines consequences and sorts fact from myth to bring people back from extreme positions. Check and balances, such as a bicameral legislature, prevent extreme viewpoints from becoming law. The exchange of information and ideas can also breed extremism. The U.S. Constitution features other circuit breakers, like Congress's ability to declare war, preventing the leader from bypassing debate. Repressive societies lack moderating influences, leading audiences to adopt the viewpoints of the vocal minority. Group deliberation for better decisions. The Condorcet jury theorem finds that group judgments tend to be more accurate than individual judgments, but only if individual members are informed and diverse in information and thinking. The probability of errors increases when the group or individuals are prejudiced, confused, or incompetent, and group deliberations can alter the judgment of individual participants. Deliberation works best with diverse gatherings where information, criticism, and skepticism flow freely. In a democracy, cognitive diversity is crucial to its success. Likewise, like-minded individuals must congregate to advance their ideas, using free speech, public forums, and open access to diverse ideas. Insular organizations become immune to criticism and are likely to make bad decisions. The open flow of information, criticism, and skepticism combine to improve an institution's performance.
Sunstein concludes by highlighting that information flow through various groups, the presence of more balanced and diverse viewpoints, and open access to ideas can prevent group polarization and extremism. It takes a well-informed individual to make sound decisions that contribute positively to group outcomes. Ensuring that deliberative democracy flourishes is essential for all voices to be heard, and for societies to maintain equilibrium. This thought-provoking book offers readers an in-depth exploration of group behaviors and their ubiquity throughout all aspects of our lives, urging the importance of cognitive diversity for the success of not only organizations but also democratic societies.